welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm gonna finally test out a little bit how the new damage physics works. In 1.9, collision damage has been reworked and updated. When you bang into things, blocks, as you can see, they now take damage as if they were taking projectile damage like they used to. And you can see the front of my vehicle has some damage on it. It's propagated from the front through to like the middle, but the back is fine. And the forces are a little bit weird. Like that was kind of, I don't know what determines things like that. It does seem like damage physics when it comes to collisions with creation versus creation is very different than creation versus map terrain. And we're going to be focusing on the creation versus creation stuff like you just saw there. But you can see my vehicle is very, very damaged now. It's kind of funny seeing just the slim wheel up in the front there. I actually want to take enough damage for this thing to lose some parts. I've just been destroying that wall, which is not what I was expecting. Man, look at that. This thing's kind of fine. I guess I lost a wheel, but kind of wanted to lose a little bit more than that on this thing. All right, the other thing with the update is when engines or things with power cores take enough damage, they explode. Interestingly enough, my seats are fine. Look at these. Are they actually attached to each other? I guess they have sideways attachments. But yeah, look at the back of my vehicle. It's all by itself. Imagine coming up onto this scene and you only find the back of the car. The front of it is just nowhere to be seen. That would be a very confusing sight indeed. All right, so I thought about how I want to test this thing, and I have a weird way of trying it. I don't know I think one of the biggest parts of the test is there going to be any consistency with this? I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of potential for not consistency. I think they call that inconsistency in the English world. But my plan is I want to create a boxing glove or just like a fist, and we're gonna punch stuff. We're gonna see the damage that the fist does to the wall, and we're gonna try punching different sized blocks. Well, first we're gonna see if any consistency happens just punching a wall. We're gonna change the speeds of the fist punching, so like how fast the pistons are gonna go to see if we get varying results. And we're gonna see if shields make a difference. That's the main thing I wanted to get out of this is, does putting shields on your creation actually protect you against physical contact? I know that they do protect against projectiles, but physical contact is more up in the air to me. All right, so we're gonna have a wall, and to ensure that we have our thing the same distance always, I'm gonna put a detachable block, so we're gonna end up detaching the wall, so it becomes a separate object that we can punch. And then over here, we're gonna have our punching mechanism. All right, so let me see how am I actually gonna even make a fist here. All right, I've just realized a problem is when I'm using pistons, they start in the extended position, but I need this thing to extend into the wall. But if I'm starting the pistons in the extended position, they will never be able to have the fist actually extended through the wall. All right, I got it. So then these ones start extended, but when they contract, they are going to move the fist in that direction at the same time that these pull the fist back. So these all start 0 position. We're just gonna keep the speed there. It should auto reset, and we'll just press space to extend them, right? There we go. So now when we press space, okay, well, we need space to not apply to these ones. And then space, boom, look at that. Okay, well, they're providing a little bit of, they're providing cushion, which I guess is okay. It's going to vary the results because they essentially do provide some cushion. But even like the piston mechanism by itself would do that anyway, which is adding more. Actually, this is punching without detaching it. Can you hit yourself? I figured I would have to detach it for it to take damage, but I guess we could hit ourselves. Let's bump up the speed on these things. Let's go to speed 10. See if, all right. Well, there's something. There's like little sparks, which tells me there's potential. Let's keep doubling the speed until we get some noticeable damage. This is so weird, just punching. I'm just punching a wall right now. All right, you know what? Let's go all the way up to max. How are we gonna do here? Oh, well, that's a problem. So the weird thing is, well, I guess it's not too weird. Oh, it is taking damage. I'm only taking damage. That makes testing harder. I was planning on the wall being the thing that takes damage. All right, let's see. What is this? E? Let's detach the wall. Oh, I need to add an anchor block to my side as well. There we go. All right, so let's detach the wall. And now let's see if this... All right. Wall is taking damage. It's going into the wall. That actually might be a reason why sometimes when you crash into people with cars, why sometimes you just kind of like crash and it feels more realistic and they take damage, and other times you just go flying and bounce off each other. Sometimes when you go flying, it might be detecting parts going into the other vehicle and then expelling those parts from the other vehicle. Because right now you can see there's a lot of energy built up in this system and it wants to go somewhere, and it's just making the whole system jitter. So when you're not anchored to the ground, all right, well, when you're not anchored to the ground, it just doesn't happen. All right, how about this? How about only one thing is anchored to the ground then? Let's anchor me to the ground and the wall is not anchored. That might be a better test. Whoops. All right, detach, punch. Oh, look at that damage. All right, so that was a different result. All right, so detach, punch. That was also a different result. All right, detach, punch. The one behind took catastrophic damage. Punch. Punch. Fascinating how doing the same exact thing is definitely getting different results. So this is maximum speed in this direction. Let's go maximum speed in the reverse direction. Because in case you weren't already aware, apparently the negative speed of pistons is faster than the positive speed. You have to set it up right, though, for it to work. So negative speed looks like this. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Wow. This is gonna be hard to get consistent results on. I mean, those are the results. The results are inconsistent results. Oh, fascinating. Well, this is gonna be an interesting video. Everything I do is just gonna do something different. The wall didn't take like any damage there until it landed. Woo! Oh, I feel like a superhero villain that reaches into the chest of their enemy and pulls out their heart. Except this wall has no heart. I don't think I've gotten a single result that was the same. Bye-bye. I punched it forward and it went backwards. Right in the air. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. All right, best one right here. Hey, that actually was legit. Gotta admit. I may have done 20 tests already and gotten 20 different results, but every single result so far has at least been fun. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. All right, is there a better way to test this? I genuinely this is hard. You know, all right, here's another thing. Let's go ahead and add, I'm just thinking about the sentences that are about to come out of my mouth, and I understand how little sense it all makes, okay? Because what I'm about to say is, let's add shields to this thing and see if we get different results. But the problem is, all the results have been different. So whether or not I add shields, like I say, it doesn't make a difference, but literally everything makes a difference. Even nothing. Especially nothing makes a difference. Doing nothing makes a huge difference right now. What do I do? Do you see my problem? All right, well, we got shields, at least right there. Right? I'm under the impression that shields don't help. I don't know what's going on. All right, maybe they do help. I don't know anymore. Wall seems pretty resilient now, but we've gotten very similar results. Like look at that. Like the shields aren't taking much damage. Okay, here we go. We're gonna duplicate this, and then we're gonna have one wall with shields, one wall without shields. Now there is a variable that I can't really control, and that is that having these shields technically makes it slightly closer to the fist. So there is going to be like a quicker contact, which could confound the results. But like I said, doing absolutely nothing also confounding the results. So welcome to the least scientific tests you've probably ever seen. This is like the scientific version of push buttons, see what happens. It's just like run tests, see what happens. But no way of controlling anything. Zero control over anything that happens. But we've got shield wall on the left. We've got non-shield wall on the right. Place your bets now. Who's gonna take more damage? Left or right? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, shield wall has damage all over, everywhere. Non-shield wall, pristine, brand new condition. I could sell this like new on the marketplace. All right, let's try it again. Shield wall on the left, non-shield wall on the right. 3, 2, 1. Shield wall's not doing too good. I mean, everything is the same, except one has shields and one doesn't. However, the one with shields has less distance, slightly less distance to the gloves, so I do think that probably matters. All right, let's do 3 tests. 3 tests as a charm. Here we go. I find it really interesting that 3 times in a row, the shield wall has just gotten decimated compared to the non-shield wall. All right, 4th time was the charm. Now they were both comparable. All right, look at all the smoke. All right, here we go. 5th time. All right, I mean, so far, the shield wall has never really come out better than the non-shield wall. That was pretty cool. I like it. I kind of like it when the fist goes in and it's like, it just stabilizes and grabs it essentially. Wow. This is kind of like almost consistent results right now. The shield wall just consistently seems to do worse. Yeah, I mean, that's flying through the air, but it's intact. Shield wall is not intact. All right, this is my final test. I'm having a lot of fun with it, watching it. These are just fun results to watch, so. Oh, okay. I was gonna say the shield wall won that time, but nobody's left. There were no winners. No winners at all. Okay, one more time, I got it. Oh! Shield wall went farther. At least I'm having fun. I may not learn anything from this, but at least I'm having fun. Well, I am learning. I'm learning that, I'm learning about the unpredictability of it. Okay, I got a better... No, it's not better. It's just different. Instead of putting shields on the wall, let's add shields to the gloves. So now we have a shielded glove and a non-shielded glove. So this time I swapped them out. The shielded glove is on the right side. Non-shielded glove is on the left side. I don't know what we're looking for here. Let's just see what happens. All right, the glove with the shield. Looks like the shields actually fell off, but it's no less damaged than the glove without the shields. Okay, glove with the shield took more damage. I don't know. I feel like at this stage, this video, I'm just gonna run tests. You guys interpret it however you want to interpret it. I don't know what to do with it. I'm not here to interpret these results. I'm just here to give results, and what it means to you, you get to decide. It's like art. This isn't test. This isn't science. This is art. You get to interpret what it means to you. All right, new tests. I am going to drive a car into the wall, but I'm gonna have some speed caps. I want more resistance. All right, let's try this. There we go. 40, 38, 39 miles per hour. Then we can slowly increase the power and stuff. All right, let's slam into the wall here. 39 miles per hour is what it feels like. Not a lot happening. See, now this is like the thing is like, I don't even know what I'm looking for. Am I looking for damage on the wall? Am I looking for damage on the vehicle at this rate? But it seems like with what speed I'm going at, it's not enough to actually register damage. Under 40 miles per hour. Doesn't seem to really take damage. No noticeable damage markers. Let's, I'm gonna add another engine to the power. So I don't know if that's going to make a big difference. Yeah, we now are going above 40. 43. All right, a little bit more sparkage. All right, 51. Here we go. All right, I would expect it to start taking... If you do a head-on collision at 50 miles per hour, I feel like it would hurt. I feel like you're not just driving away from that one. All right, but... Oh, there we go. We see our first signs of damage on the wall. Not on me, though. Oh, that was bad. All right, apparently I can still drive. But the wall's starting to take damage. But it still doesn't feel that consistent. All right, here we go. The top took damage. The bottom's taking more damage. Top's taking some damage. I like how we can just get up to speed pretty much instantly. All right, now I'm taking damage. Okay, so it seems like 50 miles per hour is kind of a bit of a minimum. But here, let's do another test here. We got that wall. I'm gonna build a wall the same dimensions, but out of smaller blocks. And we're gonna hit one and then the other. Let's see if smaller blocks are less resilient. All right, they're wobbly. I don't want them to be wobbly. Why are they wobbly now? Both of them are. I feel like that's just adding more variability into... Oh, that one's good now. There we go. All right, no more wobbles. All right, so there we go. 50 miles per hour into big wall. I mean, they're the same size. They're just made out of different parts. So big parts. All right, that's what happened there. My vehicle got pretty damaged. Now let's do just back and forth. Let's see if anything different happens with this wall here. Smaller parts. Whoa! That could have just been a fluke. Let's see if we get similar results by doing it again. I want it to not be jittering around. Like, you can clearly see it's jittering around. The other one is not. I don't know. I don't think we can get rid of the jitters. Might just be the nature of the anchor block with that many different blocks on it. But here we go. Another test. Okay. So, all right, let me do another test on the other wall. But this is the first time where I'm feeling like we're getting some solid information here. Stuff that I suspected was true. But yeah, look at that. I suspected this was true, but I wasn't sure. Wow. All right, I'm gonna crash on the other one again. Yeah, it's different. All right, now I got another test. We're finally getting some usable results. So we got a bunch of small blocks here. Now I am going to attach a bunch of shields to this one. But not just that. On one of them is going to be the largest shield, the 2x4, and then the other one is going to be the smallest shield, the 2x1. So if I was to make a prediction, this would take a lot more damage. This would take probably a similar amount of damage, and this one will be a lot more resilient. All right, looked like we had a successful spawn there. Unfortunately, the lighting isn't great, but let's see what happens. I'm gonna start with the one that has no shields. All right, here we go. This one should take a lot of damage. And just as predicted, we're getting some consistent results now. All right, now here's where I don't know what's gonna happen. Is it gonna be different? This is the small shields. All right, I would say that's pretty similar. So now I think we should see less damage because these are bigger blocks that I am crashing into. All right, here we go. My hypothesis was correct. Similar amounts of damage between the small shields and the small blocks, and then way more resilient with the larger shields. So it's not really... Oh, wow, the shields actually got destroyed there. But I feel like in this case, it's not about the shields. It's about the size of the block, and the shields are just counted as another block. But based off of that one result, it seems like the shields don't really protect you more than a normal block of the same size, but it does add another layer. So here, let's do middle one again. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean, that's the least damage we've had from a wall of that many segments. As opposed to, yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was interesting. Most of the shields fell off. Actually, the middle one took the least damage that time, so still a little bit inconsistent on those results. Here, let's try this one again. So we have mid Middle, small shields. Oh, what? Okay. Now the results are getting a little bit less consistent. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I would expect for blocks of that size. Bigger shields. Yeah, see, but then I did that with the other one on the first trial, so let's do 2 again. I don't know. Unfortunately, that's the biggest the shields go. All right, here's another test. So we got this wall made up of all small blocks. We got this wall made up of all the larger blocks. We need a medium wall. All right, so you can see the block types: 1x2s, 2x4s, 4x8s. Let's see how this goes. All right, big one. Yeah, not a lot of damage. Now let's go for the medium wall. Not a lot of damage. Now let's go for the small wall. Damage. So the threshold for the medium blocks, I may not have met the minimum threshold for speed to really affect these ones. Oh, that might actually be it. So that's kind of fascinating. There's got to be a speed. All right, now we need to start increasing the speed. All right, now we're going to 60. Pretty much 60 miles per hour. I'm expecting some explosions from this one. Wow. All right, is that luck or what's the deal here? Okay, that wall is resilient. So some information I'm learning from this is if you want to do a melee battle, do not use the 2x1 blocks if you can. Those are just really prone to taking damage. Do not use those. Use the bigger ones because they have their threshold for taking damage is just way greater. Whereas the small ones, you just don't need to do a lot for them to start taking damage. So the bigger ones will be able to take 0 damage with harder collisions. Like they have a higher threshold for how hard the collision needs to be before they even start taking damage. But the other ones, they pretty much immediately start taking damage. And that means your vehicle is just going to start falling apart quicker. But yeah, that one and like, okay, look at that. Similar results. All right, let's I'm just going to bump the speed up a lot. Every engine is going to activate now. And I'm just going to get rid of most of my wind resistance. Oh no, this is a bad idea. All right, here we go. All right, that was actually that was a lot stronger than I was expecting. All right, can I even control this? All right, here we go. Wow, it's pretty strong. All right, if I do this against the small wall, it's getting annihilated, right? Nothing. It's unpredictable. We're chaos. It's just all chaos. All right, it should explode. It's gonna explode. Okay, there we go. And boom! Wow. Okay, that wall is just more resilient. All right, you know what? Now let's crash. We haven't crashed at this speed into the wall made up of the biggest pieces. And it should have the least effect to what we've just experienced. Hey, you know what? Expectations were met. Yeah. Wow. All right, and oh, wow. Yeah, that wall is definitely really resilient. Full speed. Oh, it took a lot of damage that time. All right, so there's definitely there's definitely some minor level of predictability. I do think it's pretty obvious that bigger blocks have more higher probability. I think we're dealing in probabilities here. Bigger blocks definitely have a higher probability of being able to resist faster, harder collisions at higher speeds more times. Smaller blocks, definitely more subject to falling apart instantly. This is the smaller block wall. Already has some damage, so this should instantly destroy it here. Okay, see? That's what I'm talking about. Now, those big blocks, they're pretty damaged. This could be the kill shot, but it also might have a chance to resist. All right, that was the kill shot on that one. The medium blocks in the middle here, I'm predicting at least one more good collision before it falls apart, because there's still some more damage to be had. Okay, it fell apart. I was wrong. I don't even know which wall this is. Oh yeah, that's the big wall. Yeah, those are the big ones. So one reason I wanted to test this is I was thinking about the possibility of some type of multiplayer melee battles where we have like punching robots, which is kind of why I started off with these like punching things. So I don't know. It seems like it could still be fun, but it seems like it's also just going to be extremely random, luck-based, unpredictable, which could make it fun. So, I mean, if that's something that you guys want to see, let me know if you have any ideas on things to consider, things that might make it more or less fun to watch and more or less easy to accomplish. But this was just kind of like a first just round of testing with this thing. I'm not sure what kind of tests I could make that are more objective than what I've been doing, because everything seems very unpredictable. So if you have any ideas on how you'd like to see this tested, let me know down in the comments below. But I don't know. I've learned some things. I have confirmed some suspicions when it comes to bigger blocks being better than the same amount of smaller blocks, or the same volume of smaller blocks. That will influence how I build melee builds from now on. You really got to have its core, its foundation be built on a big block, so that's useful to know. Did you guys learn anything from this video? Was it useful at all for anything other than just silly entertainment to you? Let me know if you guys learned anything. But if you enjoyed it, in that case, you should probably go check out some other videos right here on the end screen. And I hope it earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.